music video review for you, and this is at number 99 in my top 100 albums of all time, and it's The Pretenders, their debut release, and it was released in 1980. The Pretenders with Chrissie Hynde on vocals and rhythm guitar, Martin Chambers on drums, Pete Farndon, the late Pete Farndon, on bass, and also the late James Honeymoon Scott on guitar and keyboards. And I'd like to dedicate this review to my friend Tim Fowler, if he catches this on YouTube. Tim, of course, lives in the West Midlands, and we became friends in Nottingham at Polytechnic, Trent Polytechnic, in 1980 when this was released. Well, butt-kicking debut whiz that lit up the airways back in 1980 when radio still meant something. Wow, we start off with Precious, and when Chrissie shouted towards the end of this opening cut, "I'm too precious," I had to fuck off. We knew we were in for the ride of our life. This was like punk, but with rock and roll, pop and class. The link from track 1 to the second track, The Phone Call, and the third, Up the Neck, just sounds so live that you want to be in the audience bopping along to it. Scott's guitar work is emotionally packed, a tragic loss. Next up, Tattooed Love Boys returns us to full speed with squealing guitar work from Scott, and Chambers murdering the drums as they jettison into Space Invaders. That just matches the relentless pace, so much so that Chrissie takes a break from vocals. The Wait follows, and it merges in with a Moog sound before the punchy riff hits the eardrums like a chainsaw. Sounding a bit like Patti Smith, Chrissie hurtles into the lyric. Is it about child abuse? The track's blistering rock. At last the pace drops, but the quality continues with the first of a series of rock ballads of a sort that adorn side 2. Stop Your Sobbing allows us to hear Chrissie extend her sexy soulful voice, very 50s Spectre-ish with harmonies to boot. Next is a personal favourite of mine, Kid. It opens with Burt Wheaton style guitar, and then Chrissie glides through the melody, and then Scott draws breath with an exquisite solo. Private Lives follows, and one complaint, it just goes on a little too long. However, I love the sequence with Chrissie's use of quick, slow, quick on vocals. Now to the big hit, and wasn't it a smash? It still sounds great. What a great pop song Brass in Pocket was. We've finished the last 2 tracks. Lovers of Today plods a bit, but has power in the rhythm, and with Chrissie's vocals maintaining an intense level. We march to the conclusion with Mystery Achievement. It returns us to the stomping ground at the beginning. It's a spellbinding end to one of the great debut albums of all time, and this year in particular. Check it out, the first Pretenders album, number 99 in my all-time favourites.